What is up, everyone? It's the long-awaited TNT Buyer's Guide. We'll do an ultimate buyer's guide between the three of the stands, including DFS when I get to DFS information, if I get that at all. I know last year was pretty much like at the wire when I got the information. So I'm gonna get these Phantom and TNT guides out, um, and then I'll maybe go live and kind of do like a buyer's guide live with you guys with just Phantom and TNT. That'd be something fun we can do. Maybe we could do it like Saturday night or something like that. So check Saturday night. I'll be live. It might be a late night stream Saturday, probably around 10 o'clock. Anyways, before we get into the buyer's guide, I do want to talk about some things that also extend to Phantom and TNT that it's not common knowledge. And in this year of the year of very limited stock, you guys need to be aware of something that TNT and Phantom has is their tier system. So when you're a brand new fireworks stand owner, you generally will have a smaller stand. So I'll show you what that smaller stand kind of looks like here. So this, we've all seen this. This is I call this the two box. These are the most common stands you'll see. So this is a brand new or first year or two kind of a fundraiser. These guys are just startups. They don't get allotted very much stock, even like last year when they had good stock. These stands don't have the 70% off items. These stands don't have basically any exclusive items, as well as anything in limited stock. They won't get these items. Some of them didn't even have new items for 2021 at their stands. So keep in mind this also extends for Phantom. They kind of have a similar tier system. The longer you're around, the bigger stand you get, the more stock you get. Because for TNT and Phantom, the ones that have been around longer and have proved bigger profits, they will send more product to them in hopes that they will continue to sell. Because if they're proven to be effective, they get more money, and it makes more sense to supply somebody with uh, more product to sell so they can get more money. So this is what I call the two box. There's also three boxes right here. These are kind of the tier two, semi-tier three stands. This is more of a tier two when they go up to the three. This is a tier. I call it the tier three. This could also be where some stands stop. A lot of them stay at tier three, and then you have your bigger stands like the TNT Super Center, which is the tier four. This is an example of a tier kind of a. This is more of a tier three. This is tier four. I basically you add one tier for each one. So this is an example of like a super center. This has multiple. This has five or more. So anything with multiple cubicles. So you pretty much see one, two, three, four, five. Anything with this amount of cubicles definitely stop at these stands because these are definitely heavily stocked, heavily supplied. So this is why we're doing the meetup at the TNT Supercenter in Roseville at the Galleria Mall. It's a very big stand. Matt over there, super nice guy. He's going to try and hook us up with some deals. Don't quote me on that. He's trying his best. TNT's kind of being a jerk to him because of the stock and very limited stock that he has going on right now. But we're still doing the meetup there. I'd love to meet you guys June 28th at noon at the Roseville Galleria Mall in basically Sacramento area. So go ahead. I'll hopefully see you guys there, but I definitely want to continue to kind of preach this information. I'm also not advocating you like don't support a very good cause if it's a tier one stand. Obviously, as well as if you're a younger pyro, you can't travel all over the place looking for these higher grade tier stands. So it's very important that you can do what you can do to find the highest tier. Here's an example of a maxed out tier. This one has, I think the most I've seen, this is usually the max one, 6. This is pretty similar to the TNT Super Center. They have 6. This is a pretty big stand here. So basically be on the lookout for that kind of thing. Um, so that's kind of what I want to talk about the tiers and stands and why you should go to those because of the better stock. They'll have more 70% off. They'll have possibly exclusive items. A lot of these stands have their own storage, so they'll store older assortments, more assortments, and just have a better chance of getting deals. I'm kind of beating a dead horse here. I think you guys understand um, what I'm getting at with the tier system. So kind of beat it. We're 4 minutes in. We haven't even talked about actual firework prices. So we'll get into the meat and potatoes. Everybody wants to know about assortments. This is the most common requested thing. I kind of have a tier list of assortments already. That tier list still stands even with the price increases because we really don't have much of a choice. The only one that isn't on there is the Centennial. The Centennial would probably be Honestly, a C tier, it really isn't that good for the price. Once again, I feel like the best bang for your buck is going to be buying these two or these two. It's just going to get you more items to light. If you're only limited to assortments, buy two assortments and then call it a day. Obviously, I don't advocate that, but it's very hard to get into that. So if you haven't heard of Redbeard already, he does have this video with actual percent increases. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can kind of dissect this. He actually spent the time to show the price increases, so this will help kind of help you basically see if it's the cost to spark ratio is worth it. Um, if you look, there is some items on here that have a 0% increase. So basically anything that didn't increase normally that wasn't a recommended item last year is probably going to be recommended this year. So right off the bat, if you look at the lower items, Freedom, Hot Point, Magic Beans. Magic Beans was actually a pretty good fountain. That's definitely a best buy. The Three Amigos. I never was a fan of this one in Arizona. This one's like $4.99, and you're charged almost 3 times the price. Keep that in mind. Wildside, even with the price hike, it's still a pretty good fountain if you can't have access to DFS. So Atomics also, we went over that one. That's just a Centennial XL. I'm happy to see that the prices are the same because they are the exact same fountain. So if you guys want to go back to Redbeard's video and he kind of explained some things, be sure to check out the link in the description. I'm not going to sit and steal all of his work. I'm going to go over each and every fountain and kind of tell you my view on them as of now. So obviously, best thing you can get at any stand, regardless of budget, is the 70% off items. You have to go as soon as they open, figure out a way to go, and right now it's limited one per customer. If you can maybe get into an ignorant stand that doesn't know it's one per customer, sometimes people just opening that day are just volunteers, and you quickly maybe hopefully don't get the lead guy there. Maybe you can buy more of these because Cool Breeze is pretty much must buy for $2. That's super good. Neon Force, stock up, go to more stands. This is pretty much the best fountains you could buy for the price. Crackling Cactus is all right. I've liked it in the past, but the price didn't increase that much. Still, meh. Jalapeno Popper. I've never been a fan of this one. It's all right. Lightning Flash is also an on sale one. Killer Bees are okay because they are BOGO still, but you can get these at a DFS stand for cheaper if the prices are still lower. Um, Moving right along, Spiral Light is definitely a pass. This one's pretty boring. Um, Pretty disappointing that I see this is $16. Ground blooms are up. USA Rocket Fountain. This one's all right since it's a BOGO, so it's $6 per fountain. I actually kind of like it. If you haven't had it, I give it a try for $12. Cool Cat, this is pretty much like a cricket, so better off probably getting the crickets at like DFS, or even if a stand has crickets, they might be cheaper than $12. But yeah, Bottle of Sparks definitely. Even though this is a BOGO, I think Matt may have a video on this. No, he doesn't. So um, don't really like these. This has to be the biggest ripoff I've ever seen. These fountains have never really been my favorite at all. I've bought them in the past, and I believe they're like $25 or $30, and this is just insane that the amount that they've increased this on. These have like 4 tubes in them, and you're paying $25 each. A big pass on that one. Pink Ice, we had this one. I think last year we did a demo on it. Revolution. I think I may have skipped that one. Take a Hit. This one's very similar to Jumbo Purple Rain. $50 for it though, pretty meh. Good versus Evil. Redbeard kind of turned me onto this one. He pretty much let me know that these prices didn't really increase that much. So Good versus Evil wasn't really a recommendation, but this year it's kind of higher on my list. Little Red Devil. These ones are very weak for the price, especially being $14.99. So definitely a skip. Ellie. This one is not worth $50. Don't buy it. Largemouth. From what I understand, these are BOGO quote unquote mix and match. I don't know what Ellie is BOGO with. I don't know if it's BOGO with itself or what the deal is, but if it is BOGO with itself, then $25 for another power on, okay, maybe that's not as terrible. But from what I watched in the video, I kind of want to see it in person. It's a meh unless somebody really loves elephants, then maybe buy it. But you're getting two fountains for $50. You may as well fork over the money for even another assortment, to be honest, for paying that price. Largemouth, we kind of went over this in the video. Be sure to check out the largemouth review and the new TNT item Smile. This one used to be a DFS for cheaper, so these ones are $30 each. God, it's just really not a recommendation by me. I really don't think Smile is very good unless you really like the strobe effect, but yeah. Purple Rain, I love Purple Rain. These are BOGO, $5 each. It's almost a pass, but we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel, unfortunately, with the price increases. So obviously, you got to get Purple Rain when you can. Tentacles, this one's awful. Skip it. We tried Flower Patch Kids. It was all right. I was actually kind of impressed with it. It being $25 for two, it does say BOGO here. Um, it was all right. I was actually kind of impressed with it in my video if you watch it from last year. It's all right. Definitely not a pass if you're looking to fill the tank with some bigger fountains here. Magic Beans. This one's a definite pickup. This one has a very small price increase. Definitely pick that one up. Pink Diamonds. This one is pretty much an exclusive item, I think, at the Supercenter as well as other stands. This price has usually pretty much stayed the same. So Sparkleberry, have a review on this on my channel as well. Was a decent fountain, but it was $19.99, so very small price increase on the Sparkleberry as well. Not bad. Three Amigos, I just feel like it's rather short, especially for $17.99. You're better off buying the Pink Diamonds, if or Magic Beans. So don't go with Three Amigos. Buy one of those. TNT Torch. I actually still have one of these leftovers. Didn't use it. Forgot to for some reason. So I don't really remember the performance, but from the video it was okay. It's got kind of a torch effect. Not really worth the $34.99. Maybe if it was BOGO, but it's not. Toxic Barrel is actually really surprised in this fountain last year. I definitely highly recommend this despite its price increase. I know it's up a little bit higher. It was I think 12 or think it was $12 last year, so a little bit of a price increase, but I feel like it's still worth it. Wildside, I feel is also worth it. It's not like a must-have, but it's more of on the same tier as like Pink Diamonds and Magic Beans are. You have to kind of weigh the cost-benefit analysis. But if I was to buy anything at all, like a single item, if I were to buy like some assortments and everything, I still would recommend the Centennial Fountain. This is still probably the best bang for your buck at any stand. So I'll probably maybe do an updated tier list or something like that going forward. But definitely Centennial Fountain is a must-have. Main Squeeze, I believe I lit one of these and I was kind of impressed. This is another exclusive item from uh, probably the tier 4 stands. You probably can't find these everywhere. For the price, it's all right because I don't think I'd hit with the price hike bug. Orchid, I love orchids. They're very cheap. A lot of crackle in these, and of course the piccolo piece. So those are just the fountains. We'll go back here and click the finales. We're missing some finales. So obviously, don't buy the Allegiance. You're better off buying $100 assortment. Light Symphony, this one's very, very weak for the money. I really am not impressed with that. Living the Dream is also a very meh one. The only one that I really would recommend is Delirium, even though I just like the fan effect in these. These ones are pretty good, but the price is rough. If budget isn't an option, my personal opinion would be um, opening show, Delirium, and then Atomic Salsa, or either or, the Centennial X or Atomic Salsa. They're the same thing. The list goes: number one is Delirium, then number two is opening show, and then number three would be these. Didn't really like Living the Dream. Light Symphony's a joke. Allegiance is a joke. So stay away from those. Um, Back on to basically, we already went over the assortments. Um, if you didn't know already, the Big Bang is going to be in very limited stock. It's also $700. So if you're one of those Big Bang guys, you're going to have to hunt for them. Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of the gist of it. I may have missed some things here, so I apologize. I'm going to bring up the price list again to make sure I didn't miss anything. Pretty much everything we covered. We kind of already did a mini buyer's guide, but this is just more in depth. So we'll go over just some minor details. Anything on 70% off is a must-have. For some reason, on this stand flyer, it says the American Spirit combo is $45 here, and on Matt's site it's 50. So not sure what that's about. I was also told that the Launchpad Heroes, not sure what that is, but the TNT grab bag is usually a SoCal assortment, so no idea what's in it. This might be some small, just random items in there. So be on the lookout if they do have some exclusive assortments. I did a review of some exclusive old assortments I found last year at a random stand that was like a higher tier stand in Modesto. Um, it's like right at the I think it's the Crossroads by Riverbank. There was a stand kind of out in the field out there, and I stopped at it because it was a bigger stand and was not disappointed. It was actually on the third or the fourth when I stopped, and they had these. Everybody kind of passed them up because they were small bags, but they had wheels. They had super old items in there, so that was pretty cool. Another reason why I preached about looking for the higher tier stands. The buy one get one free is the only one I can really recommend. We didn't go over the firecrackles; those aren't on Matt's website. So these are just crackling whips, pretty simple to crackle balls. I love any little novelties I can kind of throw in there. So I like firecrackle. Good versus evil is not bad due to the lower price increase. Killer bees, depending on the price increases from DFS, still think you should get that there. Same with purple rains. Poppets, might as well get those at the dollar store. Ball of Sparks is a definite pass. So, if you have any questions about a specific fountain and when I think of it or assortment, please, especially assortments, go watch my "Is It Worth It" series. There's a playlist on my channel. You can kind of see me go over each and every fountain. Also versus some Phantom assortments here. So these are the main kind of points I wanted to talk over with you. Is just kind of look for the higher tier stands. Get as many 70% off items as you can. Look for the lower percentage increase. If you look, Magic Beans is only up 20%. That's probably one of the best bangs for your buck, as well as the Centennial Fountain. It's up 50%, but the numbers kind of deceive you percentage-wise because it was $12.99 last year. I suck at math, but I know Redbeard doesn't, so I'm gonna trust him. Orchid's another really low one. Opening show does have a pretty small price increase. And if we'll just take a quick sneak peek at the Phantom Flyer here, a lot more Phantom stuff. I was mistaken. The Fiery Frogs may not be buy one get one free, which is very concerning to me because I believe they were buy one get one free last year. If you look, there isn't much BOGOs on here, and I'm not sure if everything is BOGO at the stand now. I don't know how that works anymore because if they're BOGO, they say BOGO, but then over here, these always used to be BOGO. I don't know if they're just increased the price and they're no longer BOGO. The point and shoot is pretty much the same as the Smile one. This is kind of a lower resolution. I'm going to have a whole Phantom guide, so I just want to give you guys a sneak peek for sitting here for 17 minutes in this video. Or if you skip to the end and you're a little stinker, then you get to see this too. So either or. Um, that's kind of my buyer's guide for you guys. It's kind of a longer video. I spent a lot of time talking about the stand tiers and how to look into those. But anyways, guys, so that's the buyer's guide for 2021. Sorry that this year's going to be rough for some of you lower budget guys. I'll try to stream when I can. I'm pretty busy this year, so I apologize that I haven't been streaming as much. Maybe I'll go live after this and chat with you guys. So that's the buyer's guide, and maybe I'll see you in the live after this video is released. All right, guys. See you next time.